Hey guys, Gary here. Thanks for checking in. So the title of the video is Changes, and a little while ago I put a post up on the social medias telling folks to expect some changes coming from this direction. And so here are the official changes. Um, 2020 is in the plans at this point. We're like or more than halfway through 2019, so that is got a good schedule and a pace for how to finish that off the rest of the year. So looking at 2020, and the changes are going to be noticeable. I am going to cut down on the teaching and raise up the number of study groups. So for those of you, we just had an awesome study group yesterday. For those of you that are interested in coming to those, the criteria for being in them is the same, but I want to do at least 2 a month, so that folks that have scheduling conflicts have the opportunity to make one of the two, or even 2 of the 2. Like, I'm okay with that. So that's going to consume more of my time, which means I'm going to have less time for teaching, which is pretty okay anyway. So I'm going to change some of the teaching criterias for those of you that wanted to see me on the range or somewhere in a class. So my plan is to teach no more than 1 block per month. So that might be a 1-day class, a 2-day class, a 3-day class, a 4-day class, like up to 4, or it would be like 2-day classes. So like 4 consecutive days. That's gonna happen once a month. That's my goal. I'm also looking at only traveling outside of Pennsylvania for 3 times next year. Got some things in the works. It might be Texas, Florida, Kentucky. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still working on those. Oh, we got a plane landing or coming around. I'm over at the airport. With those travel classes, those are only going to be Tremis dynamics classes. So the dynamic pistol, dynamic carbine. Some of the changes to those classes are, though, you will only be able to sign up for a dynamic pistol as a 3-day class. You will only be able to sign up as dynamic carbine as a 3-day class. There will not be a 2-day class offered. What that will be is, for those of you who have already taken the 2-day classes, it is one of those with day 3 carbine or day 3 pistol added on at the end. If you have already taken those and just want the day 3, I'm still going to allow that as an option, as long as you meet the prerequisites. Those are really the classes I like teaching the most, so if you've met the prereq, we'll still get you in those. Otherwise, you can do the 3-day class, which is the prereq built right into it. However, I'm not going to do a bunch of those, so maybe the travel classes will be those. They won't be anything else, I'll say that. They won't be anything but a Tremis dynamics class. Maybe a vehicle dynamics is a possibility as well. But back here in Pennsylvania, my classes that I'm teaching here will probably not be a lot of dynamic carbines or dynamic pistols. I will probably do that 1 to 4 days of teaching per month for Rockwell, and continue on with that. In those classes, I will not do any 101, 102, 103 level classes. So like the 151s, which is staying in the fight, that's probably my favorite. But like that, or the 200 or 300 level classes will be the ones that I'm focused on for teaching those, since my time will be limited. I will, however, do at least 1 dynamic carbine and 1 dynamic pistol in Pennsylvania in 2020. But probably not more than 1. I mean, that could change, but there's going to be probably 1 of each of those. In addition, you're not going to see me at any force-on-force classes in 2020, whether those be instructional or scenario-based. There's a lot of work that goes into those, and my time's going to be more limited, and I'm just not going to be doing any of those either. Not going to do any more Bug the Fuck Out classes. Bug the Fuck Out will continue on as part of the study group, but if you're not in, you're not in. Like, there's no getting a class to get in, become a BTFO alumni, and then the last class is happening later this year, and that's it. There won't be any more ways to get into that group, even though the events will still be happening. I might do more seminars, like weekday evenings in places that are drivable for me, but no guarantee on that. I know there's been a lot of folks asking me for concealed carry for scofflaws, and maybe the bug out seminar will happen frequently, maybe even a low light primer. With those Tremis dynamic classes, I was talking about dynamic carbine, dynamic pistol, or even the vehicle class. My goal for those, when I run those myself, I'm a big fan of $200 per training day. When I started training, it was a little bit less than that, and then that was that for a while, and it has crept up across the industry. And I'm trying to keep things affordable, but by doing that, I have to limit the size of the class because I'm not going to be paying another instructor. So, like, paying another instructor means everybody's got to pay more. So, and some classes have more consumables that require a higher cost. So that's the goal I'm shooting for. I can't make any promises that it's going to stay right at that, but I'm going to do my best to keep it in that neighborhood, and then maybe a little higher depending on the location. If it's a flyaway, you know, it might be like $250 a day just to cover travel cost. So that is the goal. 12 classes next year, 3 of those being flyaways, and they won't be bug outs, they won't be force on force, they won't be 100 level classes, and there won't be a lot of me leaving the state to go do them. However, we're gonna have a lot more study groups, and that is for my own personal development, not my professional development, and that's one of the main reasons that I want that to go higher. I have some projects in the works that I can't really talk about yet. I've spoken to some folks about helping me getting those rolling, and but they won't be class oriented, but there might be some other things you see from me, and I'll be making announcements. And all right, so that's it. That's all I got. My plans for 2020, and that might change because you know how fucking plans are. They sound great until things happen, and then they fucking go off the rails. I put this video out and watch. I'll teach like 800 classes next year and fly out of the country. I don't know, but that's my plan. That's what I'm shooting for, and hopefully I'll get a chance to see you guys out there, even if it is on a more limited basis. Things will be published, and you'll have an opportunity to get in on those when you can, but it won't be as much of an opportunity as it was this year. All right, folks, take it easy. This is the part you were waiting for.